Hello, chosen one. I am leaving this area and we are gonna just have a talk. I don't know really what I'm gonna say, but I just pulled out a McDonald's, had me a wrap of the day, and I'm not even going anywhere, man. It's Boxing Day, yeah, and I just can't stand to stay at home, so I'm just driving. I'm not even going anywhere. And so I hope that I'm not gonna be too focused on the driving that I can't make a good video or conversation with you. I mean, I won't be able to look at the camera really for obvious reasons, but we'll just go with it. Because, right, same old, I just don't give a fuck. Right, that I'll look into the camera for. But I just don't give a fuck. This life and this world seems to be so mundane. Let's go left. This is often what I do when I'm driving. On my life, half the time, I just get in the car and I just go for a drive. Drive around London or whatever, whenever, if I'm not busy, obviously. Just for no reason. I end up at Primrose Hill a lot, so yeah, I don't want to blow my cover too much, but if you see the recent short, my bad. If you saw the recent short that I posted, I was sliding around on Primrose Hill because the floor was really slippery. I don't know why. Because it's nice up there. However, it can get busy. And for that reason, it gets loud. I don't like how this wheel is just like in the camera, but it's the only way. Anyway. It gets busy up there, and so it gets noisy, and I want to be out in nature in quiet and peace. See, I went to university recently. I went to Nottingham, and Nottingham, as well as the university itself, the campus, has so much greenery. It's beautiful. But to be fair, there is where I live. It's just not the same. So I don't spend as much time out in nature as I used to, especially when I was at university. And anyway, right, we got work, we got shit to do. So yeah, I work in London, work in the city. I hope I don't give too much away of myself, but hey, fuck it, we're building a connection. I work in the city, so I have to take the train in, and it's long days, and it's hard to then go to nature, you know. And on top of that, anyway, in these days, in these seasons in London and in the UK, where it's just dark, it's gloomy. Sorry, let me correct myself. It's not necessarily gloomy, though it is really. It's grey. And it's just the fact that I was born here and raised here, and it's grey like this all the time. And then in the winter time, autumn time, it's dark all the time. And I just don't fuck with it, man. I really, right, I just don't mess with it. So yeah, but there's not really much I can do. So yeah, it's proving a difficult task to come to terms with this and to accept it, to be honest. Because I just came back from Lisbon, and even at this time of year, you know, Christmas time, it's beautiful there. It's pretty much all the way still sunny there. Days aren't too short, and it gets cold in the night. Some days are cold, but you could be out in your winter clothes and you'll get warm. If you take public transport in there and stuff, you get hot. You can actually start sweating. So it's definitely much warmer than here. UK just doesn't resonate with my soul, man. Just doesn't vibrate with me. I don't know if God's gonna keep me here, right? If I have some high reason to be here, like here in particular in the UK, then there's nothing I can do. You know? But if God wants me to get out of this country, then he'll do that. He'll make that happen. I don't even need to worry. You know, I don't even need to worry about making it happen. It will happen. But see, this is the thing. When you're shifting your reality and your whole life situation just doesn't resonate with you, and making it through to the other side, oh man, I don't hear this getting talked about much really. So I hope you enjoy this video essentially, because there's been a lot of spiritual warfare, for me at least, in my life, right? Living in this world and accepting it, and working a job and living in the UK in a Western society and being lonely at times, alone all the time. No romantic connections. I don't have a whole lot of money. All of these things. I'm young. I have desires. I have shit that I want to experience. But you know, we just gotta be patient. You know. See, the thing is, I know that deep down, this is what we came here for, and this is what we asked for. Right? If you're watching this and you relate with me, then it's the same with you. You asked for this. Period. Feels like as I said, feels like life can just be the same mundane, boring heaviness, right? And so when we feel like this, we go out and we just, or maybe we don't go out, depends on what intuition or what the Holy Spirit or whatever guides us to do, right? We'll do it. I wonder where I'll end up at the end of this drive. Let's find out. I don't have a flipping clue where I am right now. But anyway, Maybe I should drive London Eye, because there's no congestion charge and I can show you on camera. I don't know, I can't be bothered, it's kind of fun. Forgot what I was saying now. I always do this. But so it depends. Sometimes, right, depending on how we feel, we'll stay at home, rest, meditate, just be in our body, right? Rest in our body, rest in our being, right? Or if we feel to, we'll go out, we'll do things that we can do, go out, drive, sing, walk, go for runs, go out and eat, go to the park, go to the cinema, travel here and there if you can. Just do shit alone, you know, most of the time, because yeah, you know, that's just how it is. And I've come to learn that when this warfare just comes over me, right? Because as I said, this is what we asked for. We asked for this warfare because it's for a higher reason, right? And honestly, before having the thought of making this video like half an hour ago, I was just not feeling life, man. I was like, you know what? There's nothing I want to do. And this happens sometimes. I'm not going to say often. There can be times when it just happens all the time, where there's nothing I want to do. And through those times, I've come to make YouTube videos here more. I've come to, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Past couple days, I've been going in my car and just singing. Though I can't sing, right? Just whatever just comes to me. I don't know how it comes to me, it just comes to me. Because I hate feeling like shit. Right? I hate feeling like, yeah, man, here's another day. I don't even want to be here though. But, you know, you don't want to be alive, but you're here breathing. And you know that you can't, there's nothing you can do. You just have to breathe. So, yeah. So we try to do what we want, right? Because ultimately, the truth is that we don't have to feel like this. God didn't make our lives for us to not want to live them, right? So we don't need to feel like this, you know, all the time, especially like chronically, like just all the time. Let it be something that naturally comes because Jesus went through the same things amongst many other people who've walked the earth, other people who have walked their higher path for humanity, and which is exactly what we're just doing, right? We just have to trust that, right? So naturally, in these times, and because of our callings, this pain and this loneliness it's just gonna be there. And there's just nothing you can do. So I've come to just realize, you know, I don't have another choice anyway. Fucking cyclists, man. That there's no other choice but to just dance with it. Not even just soldier on or something, right? It's acceptance. But accepting has gotten boring. Have you felt like that? Because I felt like that. Feeling this same way, and just that life just started to feel so boring that I'm so bored of accepting this. I can't. And so, yeah, you know, naturally, right? My energy, my life force is guiding me to where I need to be and helping me to take the actions. And before that, having the thoughts which lead to the actions, which lead to the reality that is more aligned with me, right? And yeah, God doesn't want us to be miserable and in pain all the time. God doesn't want us to be in pain all the time. So He wants us to enjoy this life. And so for this purpose, I find it hard to save money. I wonder if you feel the same. Man, everything's just coming out. I'm just saying, I said at the start of this video, yeah, I don't know what's gonna come out. I never really, even at work and sometimes, and this is well, nothing's really a problem, but from a lower perspective, or maybe even from a higher perspective, yeah, it could be a problem at work. That sometimes, maybe less now, but I used to go with the flow maybe a bit too much. But at work, you need to be like, you know, a robot. So, yeah. And that just doesn't vibrate with me. So, that's hard as well. But anyway, God will take care of that. But I just came back from Lisbon. I spent 8 nights there. I spent the first 4 nights in a shitty, cheap hostel where I shared a room with 4 people, so 4 including me. It was cheap though. It was like £16 a night. The last 4 nights though, I spent it in the same hostel but in a private ensuite room, and that was more expensive. I was like 40, which ain't too bad anyway, and that was well worth it. And yeah, I spent a bit of money, not like crazy amounts, not so much, not too much, and not more than I can afford. But you know, I ate out every day, like once or twice. You know, I did stuff. I went out, I bought some gifts for some people. I spent on myself, bought me a nice scarf for like 50-60 euro. And yeah, you know, happy days, man. All alone. Thank the Lord. So, and then now I'm back. Man, I don't want to be back. I want to go. I want to just get out. Because I just can't be here. In this dark, in this grey, in this shit weather. Where I honestly, also, I don't know if you watching this, if you're from London, But nothing, I don't really care about London, really. Yeah, you know, I was born and raised, not born, but I was raised pretty much around London in various places. And so I've gone to London, you know, all my life, with family, with friends, whatever, by myself. And the same stuff. There's not, my favorite thing in London, right? I would say South Bank. In summer especially, it's very nice. And at night time, it's very nice. In summer especially. Because the days are long. It's by the Thames. You got the London Eye. Got some restaurants there. Got a market. And you got nice views. And yeah, man, in summer when the weather's nice and the days are long, it's beautiful. And then in the night time, the London Eye, they put colors like lights around it and stuff. It's really nice. However, it's not really anything else that stands out to me. Honestly, I've gone to Westfield many times anyway. I think only really you're gonna enjoy London if you're rich, like, and not only just rich, like not only just making good money from a job, like 100 or even 200k or something. You need to be really rich and maybe even powerful, like knowing people and stuff, because the history of London and the proper posh places and areas and stuff might be where it's at. But that's, yeah, you know, that takes a certain type of person. You know, you have to be a certain type of person to get there. And anyway, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm on about now. All I want is the sun. And then once I get the sun, it won't be enough. So this is the dilemma. I know that this is life. You're always going to be focused on what you don't have. Nothing's ever going to be enough. This is the duality aspect. Can't go to the highs that you may really desperately want to go to if you don't go the lows that you don't want to go to. And you just find yourself in situations where you're just forced to just trust the universe and put your faith in God. And not only just put your faith, but know. Not just put faith, but know that you're safe. And that no matter where you look and no matter what you do and no matter what you're going through and no matter what your life situation is and no matter the state of your job and how much money you have and your relationships and your pain, is that you're in heaven. Yeah, you're in heaven. But it may not look like it at all. Come to London, you'll see some real grey and poverty. And yeah, to say that this is heaven does not make any sense at all. But you see, this is the game. This is what they never taught us and that they've hid from us so well, right? Whether it's intentional or unintentional, that Jesus came to make more apparent and to bring to our attention, to bring to humanity's attention that we are in heaven and that you are God. We are God. And we are all individual, fragmented arms and legs and toes and fingertips and cells of the supernatural, of the Most High. And you just don't have a choice but to stay in your heart space whilst everything around you is shaking up and spitting at you and stoning you and hating you, right? Or as though it seems as though it's hating you. In these times when you need to stay in your heart space the most, that's when you need to stay in your heart space the most. Because if you don't, you stop your shifting and your quantum leap. You're quantum leaping. You're literally vibrating with your soul's vibration that you are God. And you're walking the path that your soul wants you to walk. So God said, okay, we're going to test you. I'm going to test you. And we're going to throw all of these things to see, are you going to keep your heart shining? And are you going to see this shift through? You need to tell the enemy, watch me dance. And on that note, I don't know where I am, but I'm gonna end the video. I think I've said enough. So I'll see you soon.